Hello Libra, and welcome to your reading for the weeks covering July 23rd through the 5th of August 2024. This is a reading if you are Libra Sun, Libra Moon, Libra Rising, or have another significant Libra placement in your chart. If you're new to this channel, welcome, it's good to have you, and if you're returning, welcome back. This reading is a 12-card horoscope spread, 13 if you count the one in the middle also, and this is looking basically at all areas of your life according to the astrological houses. That's where I'm going to interpret the cards in terms of those positions. And right now I'm using Murray Hope's Way of Cartouche deck, which is the standard deck that I use. And I will be clarifying with the tarot deck. This week I'm going to be using the Angel Tarot by Travis McHenry, and then I'm going to be pulling another card from the Gateway Oracle. So those are our decks for this week. If you do like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification bell if you want to continue to be notified about these videos. And if you are interested in any of the services that I provide, please check the description box below for my website and also my social media. These are, in addition to doing the tarot readings every couple of weeks, I also do a morning coffee with Breege, which again, I don't want to overly repeat myself for people who watch this channel all the time, but I do that 6:30 in the morning on Instagram, on my transition.life.coaching channel. And then I also will upload those here to YouTube and my channelings with Archangel Azrael. And again, more information about that is on my website and how I got involved in that and why I do that. So, okay, so now we are, by the 23rd of July, we will be past some of the more difficult astrological aspects that we've had in the last couple of weeks. Now, I'm recording this on July the 20th. Tomorrow is going to be the pivotal full moon in 29 degrees of Capricorn. We do have a lot of signs either right at the beginning or right at the end, many of them right at the end of certain signs. So we have Uranus, we have Jupiter, and we have Mars right at the end of Taurus. In fact, by the time you're watching this, Mars will have moved into Gemini. We have Neptune at the end of Pisces. We have Saturn sort of at the end of Aquarius. It kind of retrogrades slightly, but it's been in Pisces. We've also got, let me think, we've got Venus. Venus was in Leo. So I'm pretty sure, I think Venus might be an exception to this. Mercury is in pre-shadow for retrograde, so we're not quite retrograde yet, but that is definitely going to be a factor during the month of August. So astrologically, things are really going to start to calm down by the time this reading takes effect, but it is also, we're just about going through some pivotal endings and beginnings. We had that really intense Mars-Uranus-Algol conjunction on the week. It was basically, it was on the 15th of July, but you kind of could feel it from like roughly the 12th of July through the 17th. And that's usually a time when there could be, there could be a lot of explosive things, violence, things like that are going on. So we've been through some really intense energy in July, and now we're starting to move into calmer waters, at least for the time being. The retrograde coming up notwithstanding. Okay, so that's the kind of astrological lay of the land to some degree. What this does mean is that there are a lot of things that are currently ending. And these are big endings. This is not something small. This is aspects of our life, ourself, our personalities, and things that are coming to a close. And this is going to affect all signs. So, that said, it doesn't mean that that's a bad thing. I feel like things are finally leaving our lives that we have really needed to get rid of. Now, just taking a quick look at your spread for this period of time. Initially, it seems like there's some, this is interesting. You've got Urias up here in the 11th house. That's the first thing that's catching my eye, because Urias has to do with things that are unexpected or things that you're keeping to yourself. Now, Urias in the 11th house, that's the house of Aquarius. So this has to do with friendships, and it also has to do with our hopes and wishes and goals. Now, Urias in the 11th house often means if you have a current hope or wish or goal that you're working towards, keep it to yourself and don't share it. This could also indicate situations with friends. Certain things may not be what they appear, but usually that shows up if we feel that something negative is going on, and Urias may be saying, no, things are actually better than what you think. It could also indicate, I don't know, sometimes this comes up when a certain person is watching, maybe somebody from your friend group, who is where there's just something that's going on that's unexpected or that's just around the corner. If I see that in a love house, I would suggest that would mean like a secret admirer or something like that. But I don't know, there just seems like there's going to be some kind of twists and turns and surprises with regard to either a friendship or to some kind of a goal that you have. So we'll clarify that with tarot, obviously, to see what's going on. You may have had issues right now around, I don't know if self-esteem has been an issue, because you do have Crook and Flail in the first house, and this is basically suggesting, this is definitely a card of saying, you need a boost of self-confidence. This could also be about self-discipline, so this could be you working hard at something. And, and so you may be just very, very focused on some kind of a task. This also suggests you being seen as some kind of an expert or an authority in something, okay? So Crook and Flail has this strong energy of being somebody, generally in the first house, I see this as being confident, having status, having recognition, having people see you for what it is that you do. And I'm seeing, you've got Horus in the money house. So if you've been having any financial difficulties, then Horus, of course, this is actually a very good sign, because there's a suggestion here that if you've been struggling in any kind of a way, that you will manage to pull yourself out. Like Horus is about heroics, about overcoming difficulties. Again, this is a card of recognition, so I don't know if something maybe you're doing in a business or something you're being recognized for, maybe now you're going to start to make money. Sometimes this can also indicate money coming from family sources as well. Or connected to healing in some way. So I don't know if some of you work in healing or healing modalities. This could indicate this as a source of income for you potentially. But again, not necessarily. That's not a necessary interpretation here. I feel like this more is either going to have to do with the family angle or this way in which you manage to overcome a particular difficulty. Either way, it's very, very good. And there is this strong vibe so far of recognition. I do see, travel, lots of travel. You've got Anubis in the third house, and Air in the ninth. So to me, that is definitely both short distance and long distance travel. So I feel like you've been traveling, are going to be, and that you may have taken a lot of vacations this summer. You may be taking more vacations. We're going into July and August, so that's not really an unexpected thing per se. If you are in your own business, Anubis may indicate that maybe you're going to be negotiating with somebody about something, because there's definitely a sense of kind of a friendly back and forth, give and take kind of a thing. Anubis sometimes also comes up when we're trying to preserve our boundaries in a certain situation. So there could be a situation if you feel that somebody is either taking too much or taking advantage, you might be trying to set some boundaries here with people. And I don't know, some of you might have work going on at home. I've got Ta in the fourth house, and this is literally a card of like building or making something. So either you're making something, you're working on your craft or doing something. Some of you could make, literally making things with your hands, whatever that means. That could be literally building something, or it could be some other kind of thing that you're working on. But there's a sense of working at home. Sometimes this card comes up when you are having work done on your house too, like if somebody's having a renovation or an expansion or having something torn out and redone, whatever. There's definitely a strong sense of construction or building that might be going on around a house too. So that may apply for some of you. In the love area, we've got Pyramid and Nephthys in the fifth and seventh houses. So I feel like right now, if you're looking for new love, this may be, there's a really strong wait and see energy because something has not materialized yet. I feel like if you are asking about a particular relationship and saying, is this person, quote unquote, the one? Nephthys usually indicates maybe not or maybe not yet. There's definitely a sense that something has either not come to pass. I feel like the right person may not have come into your life yet, if that's what you're looking for. And when that's going to happen, it's not really saying at this point, but this is also a sense of something that's going to develop over time. So yeah, I feel like if there's a potential relationship in the offing, this is just saying that it's, I don't know, whatever it is, this just seems like this is not a time. This seems to be a time when you're focused on other things and maybe not so much on a relationship right now. If you are already married and in a relationship, then Nepenthes could indicate something coming up with your partner. This is a card of things that are unexpected. This could also indicate a partner who's being more private, more introverted, kind of keeping things to themselves a little bit. There's strong sister energy with this card too. I don't know why I felt compelled to say that, because it doesn't necessarily going to apply in the 7th house, but who knows? Maybe it will for some of you. But this is definitely this sense of yeah, just somebody who's kind of like either withdrawing or maybe not telling something or keeping something to themselves. And again, that doesn't mean this is anything nefarious. It could just be somebody who is doing more internal work right now. So maybe they're less communicative, or just not, or maybe, like I said, there could be just something coming about. Nepenthes has to do with things that somebody's waiting for that have not happened yet. So, and again, if love is not a question here, this 5th house pyramid could also mean if you're dealing with a creative project or something like that, this may be something that there's some challenges that will be resolved with time. Now, where I see Seth here, which is our difficulty, we'll call it, like Seth brings particular challenges, and that's why there's always draw a second card with Seth. And Seth is showing up in the 6th house, the Virgo house. And this is the house of worry, so it seems clear to me that there are some things you're worried about. Maybe you have been recently worried about health, or maybe somebody's health. We've got Ankh here. So, I mean, Ankh as a health card means long life and happiness. So if you have had health worries, I think this is saying, maybe if you have something and you think, oh, this thing that I have, what if it's something serious? What if it's, what if it's something, people sometimes will take certain symptoms and worry that they have something long-term going on, and Ankh would be saying, no, that would not be the case. This would be whatever it would be. I mean, there's definitely this strong sense of vitality here. So, yeah, so I don't know. So if there have been health worries, again, any health worry, you should absolutely see a doctor if something is bothering you. But, yeah, but I don't feel like this is going to lead to any place bad with Ankh here. But you might be worried that it will. If health is not on the table, if that's not your worry, this can be worries about other things. This can be worries about a job. This is just going to be general worries about happiness. The fact that we have it with Ankh, it could indicate worries about love or a love relationship. And again, the advice there would be, this is something, whatever's going on, this is not the right time for something to happen. So just wait and see. But this could also, Ankh also just has to do with our sense of vitality and our happiness. So we may be worried that that is at stake somewhere. And if we're not feeling good about ourselves over here, if Crook and Flail is showing up reminding us to be confident, then this might be saying, that we just have worries about certain things, and that maybe we need to focus on our happiness and our vitality, You do have wing disc here in the 8th house. So again, there's this sense of overcoming obstacles, of succeeding. Whatever changes have been coming up with this full moon, I feel like recently, I feel like this is going to give you a chance to finally rise above whatever may have been holding you back. In fact, that could be why you have Urias over here in the 11th house, because Urias may be saying, maybe you are feeling down on yourself. Maybe you're feeling like, oh, I'm not going to be able to achieve what I want, or that there may be just some other worries that you feel are going to hold you back. This may be saying, oh, no, don't assume that things are negative. I always feel like Urias shows up when things are more positive than they appear to be. And the fact that I'm seeing these obstacles overcome, like this successful transformation going on in the 8th house, yeah, I think that whatever's going to happen, whatever you may be worried about, you're going to sail through whatever it is. You're going to be fine. We do have Thoth up here. Again, we have a card of timing here. So this is interesting that this is showing up in the 10th house, Capricorn house. And Capricorn is where this last full moon was. So there's something definitely fatalistic here. There's a sense of timing with this, divine timing when Thoth shows up. Again, for some of you, this could be career or work in healing. Again, not necessarily, but the fact that I have 2 healing cards coming up in connection to work and money makes me think about that. But this can also be like an academic career. It can be a career as a doctor, or even a doctor or a lawyer, really. I mean, Thoth is really the scribe of the gods, a writer. Those kind of things do show up here, but this doesn't have to be a specific profession. I feel it has more to do with something may have shifted recently, like the recent shifts in what's going on. I feel like Thoth may be saying, excuse me, that something is happening for you at the right time. I don't know. Now, one possibility here, and this doesn't necessarily have to be the interpretation, but I feel like for some people, Maybe something is happening with a job. Maybe there's a fear that one's going to lose their job, or something else is going on that is upsetting or causing anxiety. And Thoth may be indicating that this may be happening at the right time, because maybe it's indicating another kind of a shift or a change. Because this past full moon and everything connected with it has brought some kind of an ending. So maybe for some of you, this is an ending to a job or a job situation, and it's saying it's because it's time for you to move into something new, something that's, has connected to your own career. So take that as it resonates, but I feel like that may be true for some of you. And we do have fire here in the 12th house. So this is definitely, I feel like there is a lot of pent up emotion, maybe even some anger. But this fire energy is definitely affecting your 12th house. So there may be a sense of impatience. And like I said, there just may be a lot of what you would think of as fiery emotions going on beneath the surface that maybe you're not showing to people. But it either means you're revved up and ready to go on something, and maybe you're nervous about, things not happening because you want, because you want them to happen now, and maybe they're not happening now. Or or maybe there's even just a sense of hidden anger that's coming up over something. But you do have water overall, so this does indicate that things are shifting and changing, and water would be saying to definitely consider flowing with the change rather than fighting it. Let's see what we've got here. Yeah, you've got this okay, we've got the 8 and 9 of swords right off. So that says to me that you are, you may be thinking inside the box, so to speak. A lot of sword energy here, so a lot of mental energy right now for you, Libra. You've got a lot of things going on in your mind. Yeah, oh wow, okay. 8 of Cups, 9 of Swords. Okay, let's see what we got. All right, so we've got the 8 of Swords in the first house. So 8 of Swords is, this is kind of like being stuck in a mental trap. You may be, Crook and Flail will be telling you to be more confident. So I think there's just you may be feeling helpless or powerless when this card comes up. 8 of Swords, that can be a feeling that you are, or that you can only do something one way. You may feel very restricted in some way. But Crook and Flail would be saying, no, you're about to be recognized for something that you're doing, and that you should be confident. Don't feel that you are powerless, because you are not. This 9 of Swords, this does seem to indicate that there have been some worries recently about money. And so therefore, again, Horus would be indicating finding a way to overcome that. But 9 of Swords often indicates that we may lay awake at night worrying about certain things. I don't know. I just feel like worries, you may not, even if you're not, okay, this is what's coming into my mind. You might not specifically be worried about money, but you may be worried that making certain changes is going to affect your bottom line in some way. So for instance, if this, looking at this job thing over here, it may be saying to you, maybe you're worried, maybe you feel like something's happening on a job and you need to leave, okay? But maybe you're saying, but I'm worried. I don't know that I'm going to have enough money to make it, okay? That's a possibility here. But Horus would be saying, no, you will find a way through. You do have the 10 of Pentacles over here, so somebody, if you're planning on starting your own business and negotiating something for yourself, I mean, this is a great omen. The 10 of Pentacles is having a lot, huge financial success. But again, there does seem to be something potentially, 10 of Pentacles can have to do with a legacy or something with family as well. So I don't know. I mean, take that as it resonates, but I feel like in the 3rd house, this could be news about money coming in, like a lot of money coming in. Or this could just be a business venture that ends up proving to be very, very successful. Okay, you have the 6 of Cups here in the house connected to your home and your family. So the 6 of Cups, again, there's that energy of this has to do with the past. Okay, this has to do with things from the past. This is nostalgia, thinking about childhood. Or people from the past returning. We are getting close to moving into a Mercury retrograde, so I have a feeling some past issues maybe connected with family are going to be coming up again. In which case, this Chthonia card, which could have to do literally with, like I said, doing something in your home or working on your home in a literal manual labor kind of way, or doing something within the home. Connected with the 6 of Cups, this could also just mean that you are building kind of your own, the foundation, your own strong foundation. Like, this is all the finer qualities of masculinity with Ta. And it's about taking the lessons that we learn and being able to build our own structure or our own life, if that makes sense. And to be able to set our own boundaries with people and feel confident about it. A lot of 8 energy here. We have 17 here, Crook and Flail. 1 plus 7 is 8. We have the 8 of Swords. We have this 8 Ta card. And I see straight above in the Father house, we also have the 8 of Cups. So there's a fair amount of 8 energy. There's also a lot of 9s in here too. 9s and 6s. So 6, 8, 9. Yeah, interesting that we're seeing these particular numbers here. Although what the good thing about those is that they all are numbers that, at least in terms of tarot, move you past conflict, where you're moving towards a conclusion of something. So that is good. So I don't know. I have a feeling this retrograde may bring up some family stuff that, I mean, again, we're not necessarily in it yet, but even with the pre-shadow period. But whatever it is, it's going. I feel like you've built a solid foundation for yourself now. So whatever this is, whatever this situation is, it's coming around again. I just feel like this is going to be something that is going to be different for you this time, in a good way. Okay, we've got the 5 of Swords here with Pyramid. Yeah, there definitely seems to be a sense of restriction here with regard to relationship. Maybe this is an area where you're feeling defeated, because I am seeing, along with this strong energy here that you're hiding back here, you've got this 2 of Cups. So it almost seems like there's repressed emotions around a relationship, whether this is a current or a past one. Maybe there's somebody you've been interested in. Maybe you feel like things aren't going anywhere. And so maybe there's a lot of passion that you feel like you've had to kind of stifle. And so maybe you feel very, very restricted and challenged with Pyramid right now. And we've got these number 5s here. We've got a 2 5s. But, okay, we've got the 9 of Cups over here in your own Libra house, which is the 7th house. So Nepenthes is saying not yet, but it is saying a wish granted. So even though, so this is just saying hang tight. So again, something may not be happening right now, but certainly what's around the corner is going to be a wish fulfillment and a relationship that is perhaps going to be stronger and more long-term. So yeah, that does seem like, while it's not, doesn't seem like it's going to be in on your radar in this exact time period that we're covering, it does seem like that is going to be something that is coming up for you. Okay, now to look at this Seth and Ankh in the 6th house, the Virgo house, we have it with the Queen of Cups. Okay, so the Queen of Cups is really this is a card that has to do with emotions, feelings, what we're receiving. This can have to do with mother or mother energy. So I don't know if some of you are worried about your mother. Maybe there's some kind of health thing that maybe you've been concerned about. But again, whatever it is, it doesn't seem like it's going to be something. It's something that maybe you're going to have a serious worry about it. But, or maybe you are, or maybe if there's been a pattern where this person has been, whether it's your mom or somebody else has been sick. But again, there seems to be this sense of long life here. So if that is a concern, then this is saying, yeah, this is definitely about a long life, especially when it shows up in the 6th house. And but Queen of Cups here can also just indicate having strong feelings about something. This is definitely strongly connected to emotions. So if this does have to do with a job or a job situation or some other kind of worry, I feel like your feeling about something, like I feel like the practical side of things might be okay, but your emotional side you may have a lot of anxiety and something may feel unfulfilled. I don't know if this has to do with a work relationship. That might also be true for some of you. But Queen of Cups is this energy of love and being loved. So it seems like there may be some concerns around that or worries around that. But this actually, if that's the case, then you have a double assurance here that you are in fact loved or liked or cared about in a particular situation. You do have, okay, along with the winged disc, we have the 6 of Swords. So this is a card of travel across water, things like that. Also just traveling away from anxious situations. So the winged disc may be this sense of moving from this 5 of Swords energy to the 6, that you are moving into a space where you are, well, you may be literally traveling, like I said, with the 3rd and the 9th house definitely showing, physical travel. But this is this is also a card of 6 of Swords may also have to do with indicating that part of your change might actually have to do with physically traveling to new places or maybe even moving to someplace new. Who knows? We do have 6 energy around that. Like I said, 6 of Cups here, 6 of Swords here. So, yeah, take that as it resonates. We have air here in the 9th house, the Sagittarius house, with the Page of Wands. So Page of Wands, again, this is enthusiastic new beginnings. This is messages coming in. Air can also be messages. So these can be messages coming from far away. This could be a message connected to, this is also connected to spirituality and higher education, anything that has to do with Jupiter, anything that expands your horizons or expands your knowledge. So to see this here, I feel like there's a lot of exciting new opportunities ahead. I don't know, for some of you, this literally could mean that picking up and moving somewhere else, possibly somewhere across water. Like maybe there's going to be a job opportunity or something new. Because you also have this 8 of Cups here in your career house. And this is indicating walking away from something that has served you for a long time so that you can head towards something new. 8 of Cups says, okay, we're done with whatever's going on right now. So, like I said, even if it's something that you have invested a lot of time in and done something you've done maybe for a long time, you may be deciding to walk away. And I don't know, maybe because there is going to be some kind of an opportunity that's connected to travel or connected to some place that's not close to here, someplace that you would have to travel to. And it does seem like whatever this is, like especially if this is a business opportunity, that you may have the potential to make a lot of money. So that seems to be the case for at least some of you, but there's definitely, even if you're saying like, oh, okay, I'm not planning to travel, I'm not planning to do these things, there still is definitely the strong sense that you are making a move, maybe away from a current job to walk away into something else. And it does seem like you have a chance to really expand your horizons here. With this Urias card, we also have the 2 of Pentacles. So this seems to suggest you being busy with multiple things. So Urias could mean that you're juggling multiple things, and maybe certain things you're just kind of keeping to yourself or keeping under your hat. It can also indicate at some point making a decision about things, about which way you want to go. Like if you may be multitasking right now, but that you may be getting to a point where you want to, make a decision. And again, yeah, you have this 2 of Cups energy with the Fire card. So I don't know, there could be a secret passion for somebody, because this the 12th house has to do with what's hidden, but this also is your house of self-undoing, self-doubt, things like that. So I don't know, there could be somebody that you're interested in, somebody that you're passionate about, but externally maybe you feel like you're limited, maybe you feel like things are not going to happen. But again, you have this 9 of Cups energy over here. Of course, 9 of Cups can sometimes also mean being happy on your own, because it is a very single kind of energy. But my first instinct when I looked at it was, no, you're eventually going to get your wish. It's just not evident right now. Okay, Ace of Swords is your overall with water. So yeah, you are definitely going to have some powerful new beginnings with this new moon. I feel like there could be some past stuff circling around again with the coming retrograde, but I feel like this is saying you have a reason to be confident. I feel like the main changes that we're going to be seeing are maybe to job or to career. And again, there seems to be opportunities. I'm feeling like these opportunities have to do with travel or with something far away. So if something is far away, I would not, nix it or ignore it because maybe you feel like, oh, well, I need to do something close to home. Like, I don't feel like that's, I feel like it's time for you to walk away from something. And in terms of love and relationships, I feel like you are eventually going to get your wish. If you are single, it's just not going to be happening right now. Like, this literally might mean here that the person you're interested in, they might have a restriction right now. Like, there may be something going on where even if they want to make something happen, they can't right now. So, but overall, I mean, things are moving and changing, and you're going to find, I'm going to say in the next 4 weeks, you're going to find that things are definitely changing for you. You're going to see how these changes are playing out. Like I said, but right now, if you're feeling restricted, if you're feeling a bit in despair about certain things or worried about certain things, connected to relationships, connected to job or career or money, your card here from the Gateway Oracle is the Breaking Barriers card, okay? And the phrase, what's written on it is, I'm expanding beyond limitations, just what we saw up here, into joy and freedom. And I'm going to read to you what it says from the book, because I think that's pretty helpful. The universe wants you to know, don't let fear or even reason prevent you from overcoming barriers. Trust your instincts and push through. Remember to keep going and don't stop. Just as it takes effort for a chick to hatch out of its shell or a seedling to push through the hard-packed earth, this is your time to use supreme effort to break out of your own shell and reach the light. The energy of breaking through isn't always neat and tidy, so it's okay to feel messy and chaotic for a while. Eventually, the situation will sort itself out and peace will reign. So I think that's a really good summary of what we're seeing here, because I definitely do see changes. I do see a lot of mental energy and a lot of worry, a lot of fears that something's not going to happen or you can't do it. There could be a lot of emotional energy around something, but ultimately, I just feel like you are definitely a movement away from where you are now into a better place is most definitely coming. So I hope this was helpful to you, Libra. If you did like this reading, do give it a thumbs up. Subscribe, hit the notification bell if you want to be notified about these videos and haven't done so already. Have a great rest of your July, and we'll see you again later in August.